Okay, so welcome back to episode 9 of my Feed the Beast Monster Let's Play series. Today I'm going to conclude my Tinker's Construct demonstration and basic overview. Last time we looked at basic construction tables that are used and the types of tools that can be built with them. This time we're going to look at the smeltery and what goes into that, and we're going to end up, by the end of the video, making a basic pickaxe. So let's get started. Okay, so the next thing we need to look at is we'll take a look inside Mighty Smelting. This is, of course, table of contents. Of course, the table of contents shows you, has an introduction, talks about casting, construction, alloys, and recipes. You will need to make, to begin with, you'll need to make a smeltery. This is what will melt down your various metals so that way they can be cast into tool parts in a casting table. The various parts in this multi-block structure is a smeltery controller. This is your interface to interact with the smeltery. Seared tank, this is where you store lava to fuel your smeltery. Seared bricks, these are basic walls. And of course the smeltery is made of any combination of 10 seared bricks, seared tanks, or drains. Now you have a casting table and a faucet, which the faucet interfaces into the side port into the casting table. This shows you the basic layout for putting in the smallest level of smeltery possible. Now, in order to begin to make your smeltery, you'll need seared bricks, which are going to come from sand, gravel, and clay, which will make grout. Your grout is then cooked in a furnace to make seared bricks. Seared bricks get put together to make your blocks. The smeltery controller is seared bricks in a circle like that. The drain, seared bricks like that. You have your seared tank here. Glass in between all of these, seared glass, which is glass between these seared bricks. This makes it to where you can actually see the molten metal inside the tanks. Seared window, seared faucet, casting channel. This is to actually pour metal a longer distance. Here's your casting table, which you will use to put your molds into to cast your metals and other materials. A casting basin. This is used to pour out actual blocks of smelted ingots or ores. So I find myself in the need of some clay. I know I'm gonna need to go exploring a bit to get some, so I figured I'd video my hang gliding trip out in search of things, just to show new things that haven't been discovered yet. This is one of the areas I first started mining trees. I have to warn you, you have to avoid with a hang glider these volcanoes because they won't spawn until you're right on top of them, and then it's too late to avoid them. I don't want to go too far from the base. Whoa. As you can see, there's some spawning troubles there. So anyway, much boring mining of clay took place, so I'll just cut that out. Okay, so now that I'm back with my clay and such, let's see if there's actually a recipe in here for this grout that we're gonna need. Yeah, there it is. So I'm gonna go ahead, make a stack of it. And then we will throw it into a furnace. If I have one that has any type of fuel in it, that'll get us started on that one. I'll grab a stack of coal out of there. I generally don't like to use coal, but considering there's so many cheaper fuel sources for a furnace, but we'll just throw that in there and get it started. Now you can see our seared bricks are coming out. Now once these are furnace-ified, I will come back and we'll start building what we need for our smelter. Okay, so now we have one stack of seared bricks made. I have some glass on the hand. So let's see what all we can make for our smelter. To begin with, we're going to need a controller. Then we're going to need 2 drains. So that way we can drain into our casting basin and our casting table. We're going to need a seared tank to hold our fuel. Then the casting table, 2 faucets, and a casting basin. And we're down to 16 seared brick. Now with that, I can make some seared window and seared glass that will help spread the brick a little bit, but I will end up having to make more. That is what I've got so far with just 1 stack of seared brick, which comes from 1 stack of grout. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make some more grout. So I'll go ahead and make another stack and cook that off. Then I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm back. I just wanted to show you before I make the last bricks that I'll need. With 1 stack of grout, which got cooked into 1 stack of seared bricks, we're able to get our smeltery controller, our seared tank, 2 drains, 2 faucets to go with those drains, 1 seared brick, which is not nearly enough, our casting table, and our casting basin, as well as seared windows, 2 of those. So what I'm going to do now is put together some more seared bricks and some more windows to build up the walls of the smeltery with. So I want at least 6 windows just because I like to see what's going on. And we've got 10 bricks. Let's see how this goes. We will try to go ahead and start building the basics here. Let's see how far we get. Have to switch out a lot of stuff here to get the parts to where I can put them out. I apologize for that. Okay, so to start with, this is going to give us the basic structure for our smelter, and I'm putting it next to this other stuff. It's going to be 9 blocks for the base. Then we are going to need to build in the 3 blocks on the outside in each of these spots. Great. Now I'm gonna cow get in the way. So anyway, I'm gonna start with the seared tank there and the controller there. I find that's a nice way to set it up. Then I'm going to have a window to be able to see what's going on. Over here, I'm going to put in, oop, my bad. Bear with me. Actually, I need to bring these drains up off the floor. Now on each of these, I can put a drain. And then I'll have this set to they each drain into these. It appears I am out of bricks. I did not have enough to make this right off. So I'll be back after I furnace up some more grout. Okay, so I'm back now. I believe I have enough bricks to finish off this structure. I ended up using just a little over 3 stacks of grout. And as you can see, when I put that last piece of the structure up, the smeltery controller went ahead and activated. So you have a 3x3 structure in the bottom, and then you build the rest of it up as so, with various components, 3 blocks wide on each side, and you have drains to drain out metals, controller, and then your seared tank to put lava into to run the whole thing. I have a few bricks left over. And I'll use those just to square up the structure and make it look fairly nice. Now we will be able to see in through these glass sides, to actually see the molten metal that's in here. That's pretty neat. Okay, so it looks like this is going to do it for this episode. I was hoping to be able to demonstrate how to make tools and how to use the smeltery, but I just ran out of time, so I'll be doing that on the next episode. Anyway, thanks for checking this out, and stay tuned for the actual fun part of Tinker's Construct.